Valverde versus Iizard, Iizard, I don't know. Lizard in the bottom left of Redshift, and Valverde in the top left of Redshift. And this is a decider game, so we're playing here for we're playing here for a place in round 2. Yeah, all good. So Lizard is going to go ahead and just, pretty standard kind of wall off here. The big question really when you're on this map is which if either of the players is going to open into the gold, which one's going to expand in there. So we'll see if either of them decide to do that. Lizard is going to be the first person to actually get a scout and sending this SCV up the map to find out what's going on. So, the first thing you do when you come across the map, you look for the expand, see if there's an expo or not. So, right now if I'm, I mean, you're not going to get a word, you're not going to kill a, what? Oh, good God. Right, I mean, what the actual hell? Did that SCV literally kill 3 gas workers, and Valverde hasn't even replaced those gas workers? I mean, it's not what you expect to happen. I would have quite liked the SCV to pop down here and check that there isn't an expand here, because Lizard has no idea whether his opponent has expanded. Yeah, okay, did get vision that there was nothing out the front, but didn't know whether or not there was anything down here. Now, this is the bigger story. This is going to be a 4-gate by the looks of things from Valverde. Don't know about the positioning of this. I mean, it's very far out of the way. Why wouldn't you put it here? All the way over here? I don't know. Yeah, so with the gateway over here as well, fast warpings are going to be possible. And if Lizard doesn't know this is coming, and it doesn't look like he does, he's going to be in some trouble here. There's no bunkers or anything. There is, of course, an expo. His opponent doesn't have an expo. So if he can hold this, he's fine, but there's no siege tank in production. If there was a siege tank, you'd like to think this would be a hold. The Marines aren't all together, and that's problematic as well. You really want to group your units up before you engage. He needs to pull the workers and try and get a surround on this I think Valverde just wins. The CC is going to go down. The siege tank is out though, so it needs to be a bit further back though. You need the siege tank far enough back that the stalkers cannot shoot it. The repair is gonna only one SCV repairing. Ideally, put the siege tank further back. Siege tank outrages stalkers by about 1,000,000 miles. So, I don't know about this, Lizard. I mean, it's just going to get killed, or the Marines running past. But yeah, ideally, siege tank a bit further back. It's got a huge range, so it can cover this. This stalker still just killing stuff. Yeah, it kills. Yeah. Okay. Let's take stock. So Lizard holds. He is. Still ahead in workers. His expand is building at about the same speed as the Nexus on the other side of the map. Valverde is mining 12 of 12. Lizard is 15 of 16. So we'll have a mineral income advantage. With these workers waiting, I guess. He should be in good shape. But I'd love to see more tanks in production. The tank was the absolute MVP here. I know it only says 6 kills, but damage dealt, it absolutely bossed it. I'd love to see maybe a bunker or something like that, something slightly defensive and a bit more scouting to be going on here to see is there going to be another wave of attacks or not. Yeah, so a couple of things to note. Bunch your units up before they engage. Having something like a building is really useful for you. So when the stalkers come in and they're here, if your units are here attacking, stalkers are pretty stupid. If if your Marines are positioned here, a stalker here will shoot at the command center. So the CC actually can play quite an important role in the fight because it's soaking up shots that your Marines aren't. The other thing you want to do is try and keep the Marines alive. So get the SCVs up in the face of the stalkers attacking them, to again draw fire from the Marines. Yeah, okay, 2 siege tanks now. So you know, 2 siege tanks can hold quite a lot of ground units, quite a lot. This Liberator that's at home, I'd really like to see this on the other side of the map, just killing workers. Liberators are great for zoning in the late game when you've got several of them and you've got an army under them so that they can't be sniped. On their own in a fight, they are rubbish. Just wandering past this worker. Has Valverde done any scouting? Not really. Has been as far as the top of the ramp. So in terms of tech, there is a robo building for Valverde. But Valverde doesn't really have much. Only gateways with quite a big sort of bank building up here. It does, you know, if you're going to go this stalker heavy, I'd really like to see the Twilight Council come in. Valverde's expanding down here. I don't know why that is. There's no advantage to this. You know, why wouldn't you just put it somewhere that you can easily defend it? So I don't know about that. This tank traffic jam, I'm not a big fan of. I don't know about that. You know, here is a good place to siege up. Here, this bit covers this. Is nicely tucked out of the way. Here is a decent place to siege up. Even further forward, move your army to this kind of location, top of this ramp, so that you can defend stuff coming this way. You can defend this base, so here isn't a bad siege location. Back here, I don't know. A lot of army inside Lizard's base, and that worries me because if there is an attack, if something comes in to hit this, how long is it going to take for your army to get there? A day and a half. You're not defending it. You've lost this. Similarly, if something comes in here, you've probably lost this. Meanwhile, I've mostly been focused on the Terran side of the map. The Robo Bay is done, and Colossus are in production. If you're going to be building Colossus, get the Thermal Lance upgrade. There is a forge as well, and some upgrades are now starting. So it's +1 attack starting. You know, +1 armor is definitely better against Marines, and there are a significant number of Marines. Let's just take a peek. There's 36 Marines on the map. In terms of upgrades, Stim is done, Combat Shield is done, but I don't see a single medevac. So Colossus can reign supreme against Marines if there's no medevacs to heal them, because they, you know, like, I don't know how many shots it takes, but they will obliterate them. If there's medevacs to heal them, then less so. But Colossus are, in general, very good against Marines. They are very bad against Liberators, so long as the Liberators are in the right position. This is causing me physical pain. Look at all of this army trapped. Like it can't move. I'd love to see some more scouting on both sides, because, you know, Lizard, if you find out about this, you just go and kill it for free. And that's hundreds and like, what is this crap? You know, a pylon farm? I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 800 minerals, 1200 minerals, all the workers. It's just free. It's free damage. You could just destroy that and this. You've killed a lot of stuff, and it's just free. But you need to know that it's there. Valverde isn't doing any better. Doesn't really know anything about his opponent either. So, with these Colossus out and about, there are some medevacs up now. It's going to depend on the engagement. The siege tanks are at home. What? No! Look at all this firepower you've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 siege tanks can just lay down so much damage. Heavy splash. Oh no, the Colossus are gonna wreck everything. Oh good God, that is horrific. So many Colossus. And oh man. No. Look, your things that kill Colossus are all parked at home. God, I don't know. 10 siege tanks. Imagine the splash damage from 10 siege tanks. Just like all these stalkers, just one shot, blah, dead, Colossus, blah, everything dead. Siege tanks are one of the best units in the game. Look, this one on its own is killing stalkers. These ones, look, these, they never fired a shot. 10 siege tanks, and only one of them's ever shot anything. Disgusting. Anyway, that engagement didn't go as planned. You know, scout and win, guys. A scan on your opponent's army. If you'd scanned this and you'd seen that many Colossus, you instantly stop building Marines because they're kind of pointless. You keep these siege tanks, yeah, and you switch this, you know, onto that reactor, and you pump out Vikings 2 at a time. Because once you're up to 10, 12 Vikings, you one-shot the Colossus, just, and of course, Colossus don't shoot Vikings. Stalkers can't get near them with the siege tanks underneath. It's brutality. You obliterate this. You know, so a similar supply army to what you had. You know, let's look at the supplies. Iizard is in the lead, and now admittedly it is Marine heavy. These Liberators, like, do they do anything? Do they actually manage to get into liberation mode? They don't. That is absolutely vile, isn't it? Disgusting. Anyway, GG.